Imagine the roaring cheers of 250,000 spectators, the pounding hooves of horses, and the heart-stopping drama of high-speed chariot races. This was the Circus Maximus, the grandest stage in ancient Rome and home to the empire's favorite sport. Gladiatorial combat may capture modern imaginations, but it was chariot racing that ruled Roman hearts, uniting emperors, commoners, and fanatics in a frenzy of competition and spectacle. Join us as we take a deep dive into the world of ancient Rome's most popular sport, exploring the venues, the racers, the fans, and the legacy that continues to inspire. And remember, if you enjoy this journey through history, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more epic stories. 1. The Circus Maximus, the Grand Arena. The Circus Maximus was not just a stadium, it was a symbol of Rome's grandeur. Nestled between the Aventine and Palatine hills, this immense oval arena was originally constructed in the 6th century BCE under the reign of Tarquinius Priscus, one of Rome's early kings. Over centuries, it underwent multiple expansions, reaching its peak during the empire's golden age. At its height, the Circus Maximus measured 2,000 feet long and 390 feet wide, making it the largest stadium in the ancient world. It could accommodate an estimated 250,000 spectators, almost a quarter of Rome's population at its peak. For comparison, modern stadiums like Wembley or the Camp Nou can only hold around 90,000 people. The central spine, or spina, was adorned with obelisks, statues, and monuments, including the famous obelisk of Augustus, brought from Egypt. These decorations weren't just ornamental, they added to the drama of the races, as chariots careened dangerously close to them during tight turns. 2. Chariot racing, the heart of Roman entertainment. Chariot racing wasn't a casual pastime, it was the heartbeat of Roman society. While gladiatorial combat might have been more brutal, chariot racing provided a thrilling mix of speed, skill, and danger that captivated audiences across all social classes. The races were organized into 4 factions: the Greens, the Reds, the Blues, the Whites. These weren't just teams, they were professional organizations, much like modern football clubs. Each faction had wealthy patrons, dedicated trainers, and expert horse breeders, creating a sophisticated industry around the sport. 3. Fanaticism and devotion. The devotion of Roman fans rivaled, if not surpassed, that of modern sports enthusiasts. The poet Juvenal once remarked on the intensity of the fans, observing how allegiance to a team could dictate social interactions and even political affiliations. There are countless tales of fan devotion, but one stands out. Pliny the Elder recounts the story of a fan of the Reds who threw himself onto the funeral pyre of his favorite charioteer, Felix, preferring death to a life without his hero. Meanwhile, the historian Ammianus Marcellinus described heated debates in Roman taverns, where fans argued passionately over the best racers and horses, an ancient parallel to today's barroom sports debates. Even emperors were not immune. Caligula, infamous for his eccentricities, was an ardent supporter of the Greens. His devotion was so intense that he allegedly planned to appoint his favorite horse, Incitatus, as consul, a story that exemplifies both his madness and the central role of chariot racing in Roman culture. 4. The spectacle of race day. A day at the races was a multi-sensory extravaganza, beginning with the Pompa Circensis, a grand procession that blended religion, politics, and entertainment. This ceremonial parade started at the Capitoline Hill, wound through the Roman Forum, and ended at the Circus Maximus. It featured dancers, musicians, and statues of gods and emperors, emphasizing the unity of sport and religion in Roman culture. The races themselves were high-octane affairs. Each race consisted of 7 laps, taking less than 10 minutes to complete. Charioteers piloted quadrigi, lightweight, 4-horse chariots, around the track, reaching speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. The most treacherous parts of the race were the turns at the spina, where spectacular crashes, or naufragia, were almost guaranteed. 5. The life of a charioteer. Becoming a charioteer was a dangerous but potentially lucrative career. The reins were tied around the waist, leaving racers vulnerable to being dragged if their chariot overturned. To combat this, they carried knives to cut themselves free in case of an accident. Despite the risks, the rewards were immense. Charioteers could achieve rockstar status, earning wealth and fame that few could rival. The most famous racer of all time, Gaius Appuleius Diocles, amassed career earnings equivalent to $15 billion in today's money. His success was a testament to the skill and bravery required to dominate the sport. 6. Chariot racing across the empire. While the Circus Maximus was the epicenter of Roman racing, similar arenas existed across the empire. The Hippodrome in Caesarea Maritima held 15,000 spectators, while the circus in Merida could accommodate 30,000. In the Byzantine era, chariot racing took on even greater significance. The Hippodrome of Constantinople, now Sultanahmet Square in Istanbul, could hold over 100,000 spectators. The rivalry between factions became so intense that it sparked the infamous Nika riots of 532 CE, during which tens of thousands were killed, and the Hagia Sophia was burned. 7. The enduring legacy. Chariot racing may have faded with the fall of the Roman Empire, but its legacy lives on in modern sports culture. From the intense loyalty of fans to the astronomical earnings of athletes, many aspects of today's sports can trace their roots back to the Circus Maximus. The poet Juvenal once complained about the vast sums charioteers earned, comparing their wealth to that of lawyers, a gripe echoed in today's debates over the salaries of modern athletes. Yet, as Pliny the Younger observed, the passion for sport is timeless, transcending centuries and cultures. Chariot racing was more than a sport. It was a cultural phenomenon that united the Roman Empire in excitement and spectacle. From the thundering races at the Circus Maximus to the political intrigues of the Byzantine Hippodrome, its story is one of danger, glory, and enduring legacy. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of ancient Rome, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating journeys through history. What aspect of Roman life should we explore next? Let us know in the comments below.